we're going to have a look at the hammer slide now, and it's a little bit different from your slide pull-offs and other things where you're really looking at 3 notes when you do one of these. So it's the original note you pick, the note you hammer on, and the note you slide to. So you've got to think a little bit more in depth of where your notes are going up the string. All right, we're going to use the A minor pentatonic because it's a great one for this. And look, we'll do a little bit on the low end just to start, and you'll see how you can kind of build these into some really cool harmonized riffs. And look, we'll just get into it. So we're going to hammer on to the 3rd fret and slide up to the 5th. So I'm going to use my 3rd finger, and you'll see why in a second, but we'll hammer and then slide. So with this, the faster you do it, the better the sound is. So it's a lot better than doing a slow. Now, do it again. All right, now I'm going to put it into a riff, and I'm just going to bounce down to that 3rd fret on the A, and then back to my root note on the 5th fret. So you can see we can get a little bit of a riff going there, a bit of a rhythm. Now, what I really want to do here is, okay, I've got a cool little riff going, but quite often you'll want to harmonize between instruments. So you've got 2 guitars or guitar and bass, whatever you might want to do. So the trick here is going, all right, well, let's go with an octave. Where is my octave? So easy with this. It's starting on a E, so I just repeat the E, and that's on the 2nd fret of the D string. Now I'm going to have to actually stretch out a bit and hammer with my little finger. You can use your 3rd, it feels a little bit uncoordinated. Try and use your little finger if you can. And we're going to hammer on and slide. So we're hammering on the 5th and sliding up to the 7th. Okay. And you can hear that's just an octave higher than the... All right, so going to hammer on, slide, go down to that 5th fret on the G and back to the 7th on the D. So that's repeating our riff. And you can hear it's the same riff, octave higher. When you get 2 instruments playing that, sounds cool. So now, what else can we do with this? Can you go up another octave? Yeah, sure. Why not? So we can go using this. Oh, there's our octave. And we're going to hammer. And you'll notice it's pretty similar shape each time. So we're going to... Once you write one riff, you're just finding it again and playing it again in a different octave. It's not actually changing the riff as such. Now, that's cool, but we want to go something a little step further, as we do with everything here. So let's go and try harmonizing it to a 5th. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can do this, but we're not going to dive into the theory behind it at the moment. We're just going to do it. Okay, so our 5th note, so you've got, that's our octave. Our 5th is going to be here, all right? So we've got our 2nd fret on the A string, and we're going to do the same riff. And it's just... Now, when you put those together, you get a different sound again. It's really cool. So we'll just run between the two so you can get a feel and you can play over the top of the alternate ones. So, all right. Now I'll play the fifth. So if you play the root octave over this, as in the original one, in either octave, it should sound really cool too. Awesome. Now, just to give a little bit more challenge, what we want to try is, can you do that with a third? You're going, ooh, all right, where and what and wild sort of place are you going? So the third for that note is going to be a bit tricky, but we're doing a minor scale here, so we know the third is going to be there for our minor. All right, so it's the A. That's where we're going to end up. So I can't really reach that nice and easy there, but we can find that somewhere else. Now, all right, so we can repeat this riff up on a lower position. Now the trick with the third is your notes might move a little bit. So let's go with okay, different tone to it. Now you could repeat the exact same one, but what we want to do here is add some colour to it. So we're changing a couple of these notes around to harmonise with a third. So give that a try, hammering on the third to the fifth, slide up to the eighth, and hit that seventh fret on the A, and see what happens. We'll leave it there, and I'll see you next time.